a lot of things would have happened. It took his ingenuity to resolve a protracted chieftaincy dispute with his cousins and brothers in the northern part of Ghana, the Dagumba people. Yeah, very soon the king will be seated. Then the greetings would start. The chiefs present and other dignitaries will go and pay homage to him. Then other very important events follow as planned in the program. All hail His Majesty, the great King of Asante. We love you, we appreciate you, we adore you, because you do so much, not only for your people, but Asante's Ghana and black people all of the continents of the world. Yes, not too long ago, you just returned from a trip in the UK where you showcased the rich Asante culture during the Awukudai festival, just last week, Wednesday. Yes, prior to that, the king had been to Scotland. Yes, he had been to Scotland on the invitation of a university where he delivered a stupendous speech that touched on chieftaincy, peace, and development. That's the role of tradition, culture in modern Ghana, in modern world development. Yeah, he's done so much. He also was in Trinidad and Tobago to join them in the celebration of the African emancipation. Yes, the king is almost seated, and the necessary protocols will follow right away. Thereafter, we'll also be treated with some typical Asante music and dance forms. His own handiwork, his creation, the Center for National Culture, is well represented here to deliver that beautiful Asante dance forms. Yes, we have Fonton From, we have Kete, we have Nyomkro, you name it, all present here. Let's be seated anxiously and enjoy the ceremony. Yes, Commonwealth delegation, Parliamentary, we hope you would appreciate what we are seeing today. Yes, we have a lot of history. We are people of pride, dignity, and respect for humanity. And that is what we represent. This is what you are seeing today. The beauty, the richness, and the splendor in our rich cultural heritage. As Ghanaians, as Africans, as Asantes, and people representing the whole world of global continent of Africa. Now we have the praise singers. People who, before anything else, the king seated, they sing praises to the king, recalling the historic past, his heroism, the heroism of his forebears, the power and authority that the king wields. And then it is also to galvanize him, remind him of the huge responsibilities ahead of him. Yes, he knows it, and he's always lived up to that expectation. Always seeking the welfare, the needs, and the spiritual well-being of his people. Yes, we say he's the king of Asante, but people do acknowledge him as their king as well. Oh, that's for you. Thank you.
Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is with great honor and respect that on behalf of His Majesty, the King of Asante, the Pillar of Peace, the Chancellor of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, the soul and body of the Ashanti Kingdom, His Majesty Opemsuo Osei II, that I'd like to welcome you to the Mansia Palace as we welcome the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association on this great occasion. On behalf of the people and chiefs of the Ashanti Kingdom, it is so gratifying and delightful to have various parliamentarians across the face of the globe to witness our rich culture, our traditions and customs here in the cultural capital of Ghana. Today, members of Parliament representing with great hearts, because we know they are here to celebrate their conference also with Asantehene. And as Ghana is pleased to host the 66th Commonwealth Parliamentary Conference, so as Asantehene is also pleased to have a bit of the delegation from across the world. Yeah. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to remind you that today our medium of communication will be a mélange of our Asantehene and the English language. After all, we all belong to the Commonwealth. And again, I would like to remind you that we are live on the nation's television, the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, GTV Live. And as our tradition demands, anytime His Majesty sits in states, His royals will take turns to exchange courtesies with him. What you are about to observe now is the royals, including the Asantehene and the paramount chiefs in the Ashanti Kingdom, exchanging greetings, paying the homage to the king, His Majesty Opemsuo Osei II. We have the Bogum, we have Nifa, we have other paramount chiefs who are all descendants of our forebears. We have a rich culture, beautiful and colorful deba, all in honor of the delegation of Commonwealth Parliamentary Association. Right, honorable members of Parliament, honorable members of Parliament, I know today you are here to embrace yourself with the opportunity of our cultural experience. And you know, Commonwealth, the family, we are all together. Ghana is a wonderful country. The Ashanti Kingdom has been in existence since the 16th century. Ashanti has fought so many wars, won so many wars, battled so many ethnic groups since the 17th century, and we are still prominent in our cultural dispensation. And as I indicated earlier on, our Parliament chiefs will take turns to exchange greetings and pay homage to His Majesty Opemsuo Osei Tutu II. Not in any particular order, I'd like to acknowledge.
I tell you, yes, much to be a man. Was all to drop in so much to draw to that of one. I be Chabaga to my avatar. I do go to try to be tossed. That bleach out to a muscle. I know to drop in so. Okay, Fra.
The Paramount Chief of Bompata, Nana Efa Apete.
Who want them to the Yanka? Take it here. Who want them to the Yanka? Come from.
We have the warrior of the Ashanti Kingdom, the Asantehene. The Asantehene of the kingdom, the warrior of the kingdom, the Asantehene, Bafo Amankwatia, now on his way to pay a glorious tribute to His Majesty.
A giant is a woman, was he boy, so Bofrapa, or said to Bedia Kuntahara, editor Mantanvia. Was in the Susan and women racing. A day, which was your so to your mo, no so to Dimnova. One, a dimbo, a dembo, a dankariabo, a ferroco painting, was said to your two and paintings or wooting, or Clupade to Hima, Utiman of what to do. Well, a sense of Cocotiaco. Yaju of Fofina knew what I did. A sense of Pojinamoa, who do the jom, a quadram at Tachifan Massa, Susan Grandhead, was said to your Cholo Usita Owl.
These are appellations. Our distinguished honorable members of parliament, this colorful derby has been organized to honor your visit to the Manshia Palace. And we cherish this moment, and the memories will stay for a very long time. We'd like to thank you so much for spending some time with us here in the cultural capital of Ghana, the second capital of Ghana, the capital of the Ashanti Kingdom, the seat of His Majesty Opemsuo Osei Tutu II. Nana
One no. But to go was way. To go was way. But to go was way. O say to. What to do the inchira. Kobo wasa. Wodum fete ni wadam fete ni flete. When a bit made in an abroa, a bit in nopa. I'll go on a chintokwa. I bet my Joe say to Kuduman. I got in ship manopa. We didn't know about it. Nothing for my Indian was there to. Opinion opinion is raw or come from.
Why continue to tell me the Maguire was it? Is that Unsu? Is that Yawaya? Is that Unsi? But the boy became a memoir. I'm not preparing yet to Suzu. What about the second problem from so? Don't get it here. What about the mouth of you? And the facet of some pro or come for a flap.
Your Majesty.
Yeah, what
When the kings, this is the true warrior.
Oh, good to get the boy! Oh, good to get the boy! What's that? No, Papa, Kutu. We are an elbow. And Jeff, oh, good to get the boy. Come for Africa.
Paramount chiefs will take turns to pay tribute to His Majesty Otumfuo Osei the second.
I was not going to perfect.
Wano Omansunyeni Unu wakucha ni se tutwemansu a Ubonyeni o Wakwati ameni amponwa Wakanipa wansanda Eni se tutu Okwa mafuwa ni twemansu a wofon A wutini wumpa akwaja yin say to there woni ni dia ginya utiri ira ba kwa fele obodom ja o kan fafra.
We just witnessed the occupants of the silver stool. The man pointing. The occupant of the silver stool of the Ashanti Kingdom. The man pointing. Dasabre Opemsuo, paying glorious tribute to His Majesty Opemsuo Tutu II. Now this year, Ghana is hosting the 66th Commonwealth Parliamentary Conference in Accra, and today, a huge delegation from the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association are here at the Manshia Palace to pay respect, courtesy to His Majesty Opemsuo Tutu II.
Chankuma, Nankuma away. What is what Chankuma? What you want my contomri? What you photo? And then tell her what the ham? What's out with me and what's so and what's in me and what's I? I'll write a for one and one bluff for or come from.
These are appellations to remind His Majesty of the fights and achievements of his forebears. Your Majesty, the CPA Executive Committee represent the 9 regions of the CPA: Africa, Asia, Australia, British Islands and Mediterranean, Canada, Caribbean, Americas and Atlantic, India, Pacific, Southeast Asia. And the president of the CPA is our own Right Honorable Aben Babin, the Speaker of Parliament of Ghana. Today is ably represented by the first Speaker of Parliament MP for Bekwai constituency, Honorable Joseph Oseiwusu. Without any particular order, I'd like to remind you that today is a very, very auspicious day and occasion. As I welcome honorable members and representatives of the various parliaments of the Commonwealth staff and the Ghana's Parliament and Commonwealth. Special mention of the chairperson of the Commonwealth Women's Parliamentary, Honorable Dr. Zina Kimba, from the Federal Parliament of Nigeria. The CPA Executive Committee.
Oh, Miss Magama, Miss Magama, Miss Magama. Oh, Magama, Jagama Fungan. Oh, Magama Fungan. Oh, Major Nation for Desmungan. I don't know. I don't want to jump on Fungan.
And now we'll take a moment to go through the Executive Committee of CPA. Honorable Ben Franklin, President of the Legislative Council of New South Wales, CPA Vice President. Chairperson of CPA Executive Committee, Honorable Anne Grieger, Member of Parliament from UK. The Vice Chairperson of CPA Executive Committee, the Honorable Majority Leader in Parliament of Ghana, Honorable Osei Mensa Bonsu, the MP for Swami constituency. CPA Treasurer, Honorable Sri Anurang Sharma, is the MP from India. I've already told you about the chairperson of the Commonwealth Women Parliamentarians, Honorable Dr. Zinab Gimba, MP from the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Also a member of the CPA Executive Committee is the Speaker of the Legislative Assembly of the Australian Capital Territory, Right Honourable Joy Birch, Chairperson of CPA Small Branches. The Chairperson of CPA with Disabilities, Honorable Laura Kudushu Opori, a Member of Parliament from Uganda. The CPA regional representatives from the African region, we have Honorable Dr. Makali Mulu. The Vice Chairperson of the CPA Executive Committee is the Honorable Osei Mensa Bonsu, Majority Leader and the MP for Swami. Speaker of Parliament of Sierra Leone, Rights Honorable Dr. Abbas Bundu is also a member of the CPA in the African region. Also a member is Honorable Raymond Nkata, MP from Malawi. CPA regional representatives from the Asia region. Member of the Provincial Assembly in Pakistan, Honorable Dr. Lachod Ukraini. Speaker of Parliament of Sri Lanka, Rights Honorable Mahinda Yapa Abiwadana. Member of Parliament from Bangladesh, Honorable Kazi Nabil Ahmed, also part of CPA from the Asia region. Now, CPA regional representatives from the Australia region, Senator Honorable Sui Lines, President of the Senate, Parliament of Australia. We also have the Speaker of the Legislative Assembly of Tasmania, Right Honorable Mike Shelton. CPA regional representatives from the British Islands and Mediterranean CPA reps in the British Islands and Mediterranean region. We have member of the Legislative Assembly, Falklands Islands Legislative Assembly, Honorable Leona Roberts. A member of Parliament from the United Kingdom, Honorable Chris Elmore. From the Scottish Parliament, we have Honorable Stout Macmillan. And in case you have no idea, not too long ago, His Majesty delivered a lecture in Scotland. CPA regional representatives from Canada region. Speaker of the Legislative Assembly in Canada, Honorable Randy Wickes. A member of Parliament from Canada again, Honorable Terry Duguay. A Deputy Speaker of the Legislative Assembly of Ontario, Honorable Donna Skelly, also a member of Parliament. CPA regional representatives from the Caribbean, Americas, and Atlantic region. We have the Speaker of the House of Assembly of St. Lucia, Right Honorable Claudius Francis. We move on to the Speaker of the House of the Assembly Tax and Castle House of Assembly, Honorable Gordon Burton. The Speaker of the House of Assembly, the Parliament of Barbados, Honorable Arthur Holder. CPA regional representatives from the Indian region. Meanwhile, the Muslim community who are part of the Greater Ashanti family are also here to pay glorious tribute and courtesy to His Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu II. And that is part of the entire ceremony and, of course, the customs and tradition of the Ashanti people. Anytime that a king sits in states, paramount chiefs, royals, friends of His Majesty and the kingdom take turns to show gratitude, courtesies, and homage to the king of the kingdom. So I'm now in the Indian region, CPA regional representatives from the India region. Speaker of the Legislative Assembly, Assam Legislative Assembly, India, Honorable Right Honorable Shri Baswaj Dimari. Now His Majesty has delegated His Majesty has delegated his chief spokesperson and the linguist to welcome our delegation from CPA. So the linguist will lead the entire delegation to pay tributes and exchange courtesies with His Majesty Otufo Osei Tutu II. Rain or shine, we will have a glorious moment here. And the rain is a testament that we have the blessings of the Lord as you are welcome to the Ashanti Kingdom. History is being made here. History is being made here. And we are all blessed to be part of this glorious history. This is a kingdom that traces its roots to the 16th century. And as our tradition demands, when they swear the oath to His Majesty, there's a singular phrase that rain or shine. When the king calls you, you will be there. Rain or shine. The rain or shine. When the king calls you, you have sworn an oath to come or to witness. Unfortunately for Kwame Adigra, I'll leave it there. From the Indian region, the Speaker history is being made here. The finest diplomat, Ghana's former ambassador, the perfect gentleman, the Mahine of Bampata traditional area, Nana Ifa Apenten, has already given his glorious tributes and exchanged courtesies to His Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu II. Once upon a time, he swore an allegiance to His Majesty that rain or shine, he will be there. Today, rain or shine, he's here. We thank you so much, members of Parliament from all the Commonwealth regions. It's so refreshing that today you have a handshake with the King and you have a blessings up above. From the Indian region, the Speaker of the Legislative Assembly of India, Right Honorable Shri Biswajit. And then
Kuldip Singh Patania? No. Kuldip Singh Patania. Somewhere I have mentioned it. Kuldip Singh Patania from India.
hey, I'm here, the Indian region.
No, from Himachal Pradesh. You have not. No,
It's not there.
no. I have written in this paper. No, it is not here. I have just.
I would like to acknowledge the presence of some members of Parliament and also members of the CPA. The Honorable Member of Parliament for Asantehene North is the Chairman of the Parliamentary Committee on Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs, Honorable Kwame Enyimadu Enchi. Also like to recognize the presence of the Member of Parliament for Kwadaso and the Chairman of the Committee on Transport, Protocol and Security, Honorable Kingsley Nyako.
Yo, Nana Chame, Adaruma, Ubentiame Atuira, Sir Omuyaha and Sutobre Mua, Nana no Mua, Yasum Rasha Bedroom, and Naya Yeka say, Commonwealth man mu nyina yene a na ye British aban a colony no inya independence ye nyina ye ka bo mu ye frɛ ko bi Commonwealth na mu aman ahoro no nyina ye parliament ye wokuo ne kuo no afi wei ye hye mu a ye na afi no ye bɛyɛ no wɔ Ghana na odaroma udi ahyɛte dada enti ye nhyehyɛ mu no obi a wo ba bia pɛsɛ oba obɛkyia wo enu nti na odaroma ye bɛsrɛ kwan sɛ nɛ bɛba no ye de yenuanom a ye fira ma ahoro so wiase afa na nyina aba ne aba bɛkyia wo odaroma wo nso ayɛ mmoa wabɔ yedwa kama enti odarom ye bae a ye ba sɛ ye bɛkyia wo ye de yenuanom a efira ma ahoro so aba abɛkyia wo na hunu sɛ uman Ghana man ye na yi de wiase nyina abɛhyia ha sɛ de ehunu no parliament fo a efiri wiase nyina bi wa ha speaker fo a aba bie ɛyɛ miensa ɛna me wura speaker yi me sɛ mini omanim yɛn form mbra nanom sɛ bi wunu mama ne a won sa amane ya ba ofie so yi yɛn fa yɛn sɛ hunu ɛna ɛba ɛba ya ekura ebro ne nsa ahoro ya hyehyɛ asɔɔto ɛne ebu amu adie nana madaroma fa konkonya ho amobɔ mpae a mo akae sɛ nko a no mo mfna yɛsom ɔman mu no ɔman de hyɛ yɛsom de abɛsom moa nti adamu hu yɛ ha wie a yɛba mo nkyia yɛbɛsom yi yɛbrase nana
sɛde wawona na ɔdɔbu MP science and the speaker of the tree oh mesojam ɛsɛ no sɛ wada ɔma hawie a ebɔne bia ɛka ne tete wada ɔma bu na yɛ t-shirt sɛ be kɔsi boni ase so enya nya fa hodie no enya ka ho abom a parliament ɔmo san wɔ sɛ be Commonwealth parliamentary sa ɔdo bebu mo kɔma abom ɛna nda bia fi bia ɔmo yɛ nhyiamu na fi nhyiamu no ɔmo yɛ no Ghana ha na nam sɛ wada ɔmo bu ɔmo ato ɔhenie nka ɛna bia ɔhenie kɔkɔduro sɛ be no ɔmo yɛ sɛ da bi yɛdu ha de a gudu Ghana de a ɛsrɛmo yɛhu Asantehene de a yɛnkɔ sɛ be tie bia ɔmo yɛhu Asantehene de yɛnkyia no na ate na henie sɛ fititititi ya sɛ de ɔdɔm ebu speaker na be de akyire yɛyi speaker be de akyire sɛ ɔno manim na ɔfa mo mɛkyerɛw ɛna nɛ ɔmo ka gu mo awie ya ɔdɔm ebu ɛyɛ ɔmo speaker fo no mmiɛnsa ɛna ba ebie sɛ be nam wiase afa na nyinaa na ahyia ase sei ɛnam ɔhenie ɛna sɛ be fitititi sɛ wodi hyɛhyɛ no ɛna nɛ ɔmo nyinaa ba sɛ de ni bɛhwɛ sɛ de Asantehene sitie sɛ ɛna na awie yi wɔn na adi anim a ɔdɔm nyinaa abebedu anim a wada ɔmo ebu ɔmba ya ɛnsa ahodoɔ ɛna bɔm adeɛ dɔm abɛkyia wɔn no ɔmo ada wase wada ɔmo ebu tufo so dɔm ase ɔkɔba.
Members of Parliament, Honorable Joe Osei Wusu, the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament and Member of Parliament for Bekwai constituency. Your Majesty Nananam, let me again recognize the presence of the CPA regional representatives from the Indian region. Right Honorable Kuldeep Singh Patania, the Honorable Speaker of India. We have Member of Parliament, also from India, Honorable Shri Uday Pratap Singh.
Ye pejari mi acha fosa buzumpimungen. Asabu zumana zumuchuma acha bonifungan. Alade kutobere no.
CPA representatives from the Pacific region, Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Bougainville House of Representatives, Honorable Theresa Kitevara. We will now invite the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Joe Osei-Wusu, to speak for and on behalf of CPA.
Mira, Opemsuo, Tukokoso, a colleague MPs, a colleague speakers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Nananom, on behalf of the Speaker of the Parliament of Ghana, and on behalf of the CPA Executive Committee and the CPA generally, we wish to place on record our profound appreciation for Opemsuo Osei-Tutu for holding this debate to honor members of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association. Interestingly, many of the members had heard a little about Asante, and this morning I had the opportunity to explain a little more about what Asante represents and how Asante and even Kumasi came about. But they were all excited for the opportunity to shake hands with His Majesty the Opemsuo. We are honored, and we also are grateful for the cultural display of all other Nananom. Today, many of them are seen for the first time and are asking me, is that how we used to dress all the time? And I've explained that, yes, this is Asante. This is how we used to dress. Nananom, this is a big opportunity for us to showcase Ghana and the part of Ghana to the rest of the world. For us, it is an opportunity also for the rest of the world to see what Ghana is. These are all representatives of other countries' citizens and members of parliament. And this opportunity will travel with them back to their respective countries. May I also inform members that tomorrow, the CPA program itself will be formally inaugurated. The president will visit us, will join us to formally introduce the program. There are several workshops on all other things, including the environment, people with disability, and all kinds of things. If any of you happens to be in Kumasi, to be in Accra, may I take this opportunity to invite you to participate in the workshops organized by CPA to discuss all things bordering on our lives, our sustainability, and how to perfect our lives in the world. On behalf of the Parliament of Ghana, on behalf of my colleague members of Parliament, and on behalf of Mr. Speaker, once again, we thank you, Nana, for the opportunity to shake hands with you and for this debate. Thank you very much.
The first Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Joseph Osei-Wusu, MP for Bekwai. Now, you have seen visually the traditional ornaments of the Ashanti culture. It's now time to experience our dance, which has symbolic and historical significance. And I'd like to invite my brother Patrick, who is from the center, from the Cultural Center. Kumasi is a research fellow, and he's the head of research of Center for National Culture in Kumasi. Patrick will take us through what they mean by Adwa, what they mean by Kete, what they mean by Sichi, what they mean by Dilsum, and all the symbolism surrounding our dances.
Thank you very much, my brother Kwame Adinkra. My name is Peter King Apia. Let me say that the Center for National Culture, Kumasi, is the first of its kind in the whole of West Africa, if not Africa. It was established by Nananum in 1951. And we have the honor to entertain His Royal Majesty and the Commonwealth delegation here. They are treating us to an ancient old Asante dance called Sanga. Sanga. It is almost a lost musical form, but we have kept it intact at the Cultural Center, and we decided to give you this special dance. It's a dance, it's a recreational dance, and it has a bit of influence from our brothers and sisters in the northern part of Ghana, the Dagombes. And you know, the Asantes and Dagombes, they are like, brothers and sisters. When they were migrating and they got to that part, they asked for a dance form that they could carry along and bring it down to their final settlement. So the Dagombes gave them this type of dance, and we have polished it to make it our own. It's called Sanga. We have the brekete drum. The Dagombes call it gungong. And then we have the dondo, which is the ampi drum. We also have the twin bell, and then the gourd, Maracas gourd, and things like that. It is mainly a dance form of, recreational music. Male and female, very beautiful, quite energetic. And that is Sanga. Sanga. Yes. The center has kept all these dance forms, and it only comes out when necessary, like we have today, His Majesty and his very auspicious guests, members of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association. Yes, brekete is the main drum that is also hung on the shoulder. It is beaten with a stick and the bare hand. The dondo is the ampi drum, and the sound is tuned by, squeezing the armpits up and down. The other musical instruments are the twin bell, and then the dowru, and then the gourd, the calabash stuff. Everything about this dance form is 100% African. The musical instruments, everything. No foreign instrument. Sanga, yes. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Center for National Culture, Amamreso Agofoma. We're going straight away to switch on to another. Thank you, Amamreso Agofoma. Thank you very much for giving us this wonderful treat.
This is one of the numerous dance that we have in our customs and culture. But we are not done yet. What you observe and witness was a Sanga dance. We now move on to Sichi.
Yes, what is Sichi? Sichi is a danceable, recreational type of music. And it is more sensual, very sensual, explicit, and suggestive. And it's usually performed during moonlight, evenings of moonlight. The young maidens, the males will gather around and they treat themselves with these wonderful recreational dance forms. And you know what? It is on such occasions that most people find their partners. The movement of the hands, the facial expression, everything of the dance is explicit and suggestive. Yes, I recall that once upon a time at the Cultural Center, we were performing this dance, and one of the male dancers, through his gestures to one of the African Americans, got hooked up to her and is now in the United States of America. That is the power of music. Music is a very powerful tool. Yes, it doesn't speak, but whatever it communicates is so powerful. They move graciously, and it's always the male and female dancing together. You see how they express their facial expression, their hand movements. It's full of smiles. You never know. At the end of the day, they move together, and you find them as couples later in life. This is Opemsuo Agufumba treating us to the Sichi. One would say that the popular high life music sometimes would evolved from the Sichi traditional music. And you know what? This kind of music also gained popularity when during the First and Second World War, where gallant Ghanaian soldiers, when they returned from Burma and other places, they were met with these dance forms, and they had come with lots of, paper money. So they were dishing out these monies to them, to the ladies, and they realized that, yes, their monies were getting short. So they then introduced, scarves or handkerchiefs, for that matter. That's so gracious, graceful dance, cultural center, Opemsuo Agufumba, the evergreen dance form of the Asantes. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, if there's another one, please kindly switch on to it quickly. All right. We thank you so much. We thank you, Opemsuo Agufumba. And to His Majesty, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to treat your guest audience. Bless you.
And you just enjoy some of the numerous dances and drums that we have in the Golden Kingdom. Yes, indeed, our culture is colorful, it glows, and it's flamboyant. We would now like to invite the occupant of the silver stool, Dasibre Osei Bonsu, who will speak on behalf of His Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, the King of Ashanti, the Pillar of Peace, the Chancellor of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, the King who was invited to witness the coronation of King Charles, the soul and body of the Golden Kingdom, the system occupant of the Golden Stool, His Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, the biggest philanthropist we have in the country and in Africa, who has impacted on the lives of millions of people through education, health, environmental policies, and a lot more. We are welcoming the occupant of the silver stool, Dasibre Osei Bonsu, to speak on behalf of His Majesty. Hey, yeah, hello.
Soba kuma wacho wacha poni fungen Tetra Paso Mono.
I graciously extend the golden arm of handshake from Our Majesty, King Osei. And here I am, the extension of the golden handshake to you all, Nananum and attendants from Asantehene. And then, of course, to our gracious visitors who've come far and near, representing the Commonwealth Association of Parliamentarians. Once again, in the name and on behalf of our gracious Majesty, King Osei II, I graciously and voluntarily welcome you all to the esteemed Golden State of Kumasi of Asante Kingdom. The Right Honorable Deputy Speaker of Parliament, here representing the Speaker of Parliament of Ghana, and then, of course, other speakers and parliamentarians from the Commonwealth member states here assembled, Nananum, the Honorable Ashanti Regional Minister, or his representative, the Mayor of Kumasi, and then, of course, our own sons and daughters constituting the media. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I welcome you to this cultural event, which has been organized in honor of our visiting Commonwealth parliamentarians. I wish to express my sincere appreciation and gratitude to the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin, and his Commonwealth colleagues for taking time to visit us in Kumasi and Manjia Palace, the seat of the Asante Kingdom, as part of the events planned for the 66th meeting of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Conference, known as CPC, in Accra, from 30th September to 6th October, this year of our Lord, 2023. As you all know, Ghana has been an active, committed, and dedicated member of the Commonwealth since it attained its independence from the British colonial rule in March 1957. Being honored with the hosting of a meeting of such importance is, in my humble opinion, eloquent testimony to the recognition and acknowledgement of the indelible positive role that Ghana has played and continues to play in the affairs of Commonwealth. As an international association embracing a variety of states, large, medium, and small, rich, emerging and developing, landlocked islands, and coastal states, multi-ethnic and multicultural, it is my considered view that if we stick together and work together in pursuit of our common values and aspirations, the Commonwealth can make a difference. And indeed, it has been making a difference and have impact in the world. With a combined population of about 2.5 billion, a third of the world's population, if we continue to act in concert with other like-minded countries and groups, we stand a better chance of finding lasting solutions to some of the gargantuan problems facing the international community, like the current issues emanating from migration, terrorism. Those of us along the West Coast, we've been feeling the impact through the air from what is pertaining top of Mali, middle of Sahara Desert. Food scarcity, and particularly climate change, which poses existential threat to some member states of the Commonwealth. I am informed that the Accra meeting has fortuitously coincided with the 10th anniversary of the adoption of the Commonwealth Charter, which encapsulates the values and principles that all Commonwealth countries should cherish and espouse. The theme of the meeting, quote, the Commonwealth Charter, 10 years on, values and principles for Parliament to uphold, quotation closes, is therefore an apt and provides you with a propitious opportunity to take stock of the achievements and failures in the implementation of the Charter so far, and also consider other pressing issues pertinent to the healthy growth and evolution of our esteemed Commonwealth Parliamentary Association and the Commonwealth as a whole. Needless to say that in your capacity as eminent legislators, you have a golden chance and the onerous responsibility to contribute to the enhancement of democracy and democratic practices in our respective communities. And also countries. I'm confident that you will remain focused and work tirelessly towards the achievement of this noble objective. I urge you to redouble your efforts and re-energize yourselves and work assiduously to utilize all the institutions of the Commonwealth in consonance with your mandate in order to strengthen and cement the democratic dispensation and also promote gender equality, invoke and include the poor, the marginalized, and the vulnerable, as well as our teeming youth in your collective search for practical and pragmatic measures that will inure to the benefit of all sections of our communities. This is my humble view. In my humble view, will be one of the most effective measures in promoting sustained and sustainable development of our countries. Asantehene joins me in wishing you success in your deliberations at the Accra meeting. We wish you a joyous and memorable stay in Kumasi and Ghana. Once again, thank you for your gracious visit to our Golden Kingdom, and God bless us all. Thank you. In the name of Opemsuo.
What you are witnessing now is the Kete dance. It is a royal dance. And this is the royal dance called the Kete dance. And these are royal dancers from the Mashia Palace. The first Deputy Speaker, Honorable Joe Sewusu, cannot sit but join in the Kete dance. Piao. Executive member of CPA, thank you so much. I thought you would have joined them. Beautiful Kente dance. A round of applause. Thank you, royal dancers. And thank you, Opemsuo cultural troupe. The Kente dance is beautiful. It forms part of our customs in a flamboyant Kente club. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If you could dance like that to the admiration of members of Parliament, it means that yes, the dance has been colorful and the dance has been wonderful. We thank you so much for admiring our culture and our dance, and I believe one of these days you will take time to practice the dance. Honorable Joe Seusu is flamboyant when it comes to teaching of our dancers. So get in contact with him. He'll find a space in Parliament and he will teach you. And now, any moment from now, His Majesty will rise. As we rise together, and then His Majesty will take time and share some courtesies with our delegation here before we go inside on invitation. Please, let me emphasize on that. From here, we will go inside. And when I say inside, to the residence of His Majesty, and we go there by invitation. Today, this event is in honor of members of CPA. We are going inside for a banquet in honor of members of CPA. So, take note of that for us. Honorable Anyimadu Anchi corrected me when I said it was the MP4. Asantehene, he said no. I am the MP for Asantehene Central. There was a huge protest from the mining of Bompata. Onyanofo bia or Central. Okay. So, Honorable, thank you so much. The CPA has a common vision to unite the Commonwealth countries and the world, and the singular purpose of strengthening the bond between the Commonwealth countries. And today reminds me of the Commonwealth Games, which Ghana always participates and win big. The next Commonwealth Games, Ghana will make us proud. And we thank you for your presence here at the Manshia Palace. We thank you, the station of the nation, GTV, for this wonderful coverage, and all the media houses. We thank you so much for giving us a comprehensive coverage of this flamboyant event. The king is about to rise.
So